This video is going to be a lot more than me just reading an article from Collider. I'm not going to waste your time like that. Hit the button. Let's get started. Hey there, hi there, ho there, Andrew here, the horror host of Generations X, Y, and Z inside Davis Manor with a Walker Wednesday update. Now, there are some channels out there that have spent the last night broadcasting their own version of the article of Collider, and congratulations on that, everybody. You can read. I'm very happy for you. I'm going to put something a little bit more in depth into this and talk a little bit about the future of The Walking Dead as well. Now, yesterday, the 29th of May, while I was sleeping, because I worked the graveyard shift, Collider broke the story that, I will leave a link also in the description for that, about a certain news, if you will, of The Walking Dead. It was brought to my attention by my good friend, the Horror Miser, Monty G. I will leave a description to his channel down below as well. He sent me the link from Collider, who broke the news that Lincoln is set to exit The Walking Dead in the upcoming season of Season 9. Now, this is pretty much big news. Andrew Lincoln is the main lead. He plays Rick Grimes, for those that don't know or haven't really been watching or even care, but you are watching this video, so thank you for that. He is, when I say he is, I mean Rick, is very much active in the comic book series still, and there are only 4 people in the Walking Dead universe that was in the very first season of the TV show, and that is Rick, Daryl, Carol, and Morgan. And Morgan has left The Walking Dead to go to Fear the Walking Dead. So really there's only 3 left on the show The Walking Dead from the original series. The next runner-up in longevity, I guess you could say, would be Lauren Cohan. She played Maggie, or she does play. I'm talking to her in past tense already. Maggie Green Ree, who came into the season 2. Now, oddly enough, there has been some drama in the past with Lauren Cohan because she, like many other actors in the world, would like to have some range, you know, in their career. They'd like to maybe do some other roles, since that's what their career is. Their career is not to play one character or one character only. They are an actor. They want to do many different roles in different movies, shows, plays, whatever it might be. Now, Lauren Cohan got the chance to do a pilot for ABC called Whiskey Cavalier, and it has been picked up. I'm actually looking forward to seeing what it's like. I like her as an actress, actor, whatever you want to say. I like to say actor, but I usually have to be corrected for actress. I don't know why. We don't say directress or produceress. So, anyways, I made some tense negotiations for AMC when it came to, is she going to be on Season 9 or not, because she's got picked up for this other show. So, the executives at AMC really haven't talked much about it, but what was brought out of everything was that we find out that Cohen's Maggie is going to be in this season, for Season 9, 6 out of 16 episodes. Now, think about that. 6 out of 16 episodes. That could very well be the season premiere, the season ending, the mid-season premiere, the mid-season ending. Well, that's 4 out of 6, so 2 more episodes on that. And the funny thing out of all this is we hear the same stipulation when it comes to Andrew Lincoln and his contract for Rick Grimes in the series for Season 9. Also, 6 episodes. And that is 37.5% of the season. And that's not guaranteed that in those 6 episodes that they are in the entire episode. They could be in the episode for 2 minutes for all we know, but they will be in the episode. So even saying that they're going to be in the season for a third of it might be misleading. They might just have a brief cameo. They might not be in the entire episode. So we don't know much about Cohen's or Lincoln's pay when it comes to their contract and their part-time run for Season 9. Though I will say that the finality of their characters will be laid out on that. Whether Rick goes and walks the earth like Kane in Kung Fu, or if he dies, or if Maggie dies, whatever happens, we don't know. But we won't see them again. That I am certain, because they got other things to do. What we do know is that Norman Reedus has signed on for his character of Daryl Dixon for a full season of season 9, and his contract is north of $20 million. Now, I feel like I need to put that in perspective for some. That means for 16 episodes, the ballpark is going to be more than $1.25 million an episode. Is Daryl really, really worth $1.25 million an episode? And I notice I said Daryl. I didn't say Norman Reedus. I'm not challenging how good Norman Reedus is as an actor, and I'm not saying what he is worth to a brand, though I will say that I think Daryl / Norman Reedus is worth a lot to the AMC brand of The Walking Dead. But I'm talking about the character of Daryl when it comes to the show. How much screen time did he really get this past season? And what did he do during that screen time? Does it validate $1.25 million an episode? Go ahead, leave a comment down below. I would like to know your thoughts on that. Now, there is no doubt in my mind that if Andrew Lincoln somehow came to AMC and said, I would like to have more money to do a full season, they would give it to him, without a shadow of a doubt. But I do think that he has, I zoomed in and out there for a moment. I do think that he has run his course as Rick Grimes. He has just shown us a tremendous amount of range as an actor when it comes to going to the edge of insanity and back again, and quite frankly, falling off that edge of insanity a few times too, might I add. I just think that Andrew Lincoln as an actor is a great actor. I appreciate his work. Quite frankly, I'm looking forward to seeing him do other stuff besides The Walking Dead. He's played Rick Grimes now going on 8 years. That means he has spent his mid-30s to his mid-40s playing Rick Grimes. And that is some valuable time and real estate when it comes to an actor spending time on one role, and one role only. It wasn't like he was going and doing different movies and TV shows during all of this time. This was something that he dedicated strictly to his craft, and during his off times, he was going to different conventions and things like that. Now, The Hollywood Reporter has stated in February, okay, this year, all right, that when everybody was thinking that Rick was going to die because they had the teasers of Rick there with the bloody eyes and looking around and clutching his stomach, and is he going to die? He's laying on the tree with the window panes. Whoa. Now in season 8, he was quoted in the Hollywood Reporter for saying, there are a lot of unanswered questions, and we owe a debt to all the viewers to answer a few of those. So yes, once they're answered, there is an end game. I've said it before, there's certainly an end game in my head. That's a pretty powerful quote. That pretty much is saying that Andrew Lincoln is looking at the final countdown when it comes to this show. Now, who becomes the lead for The Walking Dead if Rick is gone? Whether he, again, has a nice off into the sunset moment, or if he dies, Rick will be out. Maggie will be out. She's got another thing to do now, Lauren Cohen. So most people say Daryl's going to be the next fit on that as the lead, and I say that will be certain death for the Walking Dead franchise. Why? Well, Daryl is the Boba Fett of The Walking Dead. And I'm sorry if I have to use a Star Wars reference on that, but I feel that the analogy is valid. Daryl is a good supporting character. He is not a lead. He is stoic. He hardly speaks. He's a loner. That is not what you want as a lead. That's not what you want as the main character. It's very hard to portray anything to the audience then, especially telling something storytelling-wise when it comes to visuals. when you have a character with those traits, it just doesn't translate well. So that means that Daryl is going to have to do a huge, drastic character change, which is probably going to upset a lot of people, or he's not going to be the new leader of the group when it comes to The Walking Dead. Now, a lot of people think that he is going to be the new lead because of his high demand and pay. And if you're at the top of the pay scale, then that means you're automatically the lead, right? Well, I'm going to say no on that. If you look at Anthony Hopkins, who played Odin in Thor, he got paid more than Chris Hemsworth in the movie Thor, and Chris Hemsworth was Thor in Thor. Robert Downey Jr. was cameoing as Iron Man and Spider-Man, and he got paid more than Tom Holland, who was Spider-Man in that movie. Chris Pine got paid more than Gal Gadot in Wonder Woman. And don't give me anything about women getting paid less than men. That's not true. I mean, Sandra Bullock got paid more than Matthew McConaughey in the movie A Time to Kill, which was a very good movie, mind you. If you have not seen that movie, I recommend it. Even Anne Hathaway got paid more than Hugh Jackman in Les Miserables, which I just don't even understand that. I mean, she did like a scene, sang a song, died, went off screen. That was it. And don't tell me anything like, oh, spoilers, Andrew, you ruined everything for me. Spoilers, nothing. Everybody dies in that. That's a terrible story. It sucks. Why do you think it's called Les Miserables? Ugh. Anyways, I digress. Norman Reedus here is making bank with the new salary. Just to put it in perspective, okay? It's reported right now on the internet. Take that how reliable you want that is. Andrew Lincoln was paid somewhere around $650,000 an episode. I thought it was more, but that would mean that Norman Reedus would be getting paid double what Andrew Lincoln's salary was. So it would be like, oh, Andrew Lincoln's gone. Just take his salary and put it onto yours as well. Is Daryl really worth the cost of 2 Rick Grimes when it comes to storytelling for The Walking Dead? Does that help the budget at all? Or maybe, just maybe, they should spend that $20 million on walkers? You know, special effects? Something along those lines? I'm not saying go the way of Gotham, the TV show Gotham, by producing a show that costs more than what it's taking in. And mind you, Gotham is doing very well when it comes to being a show right now. It's taken the 4th season to get there, and it's a really shame that they're going to finalize it next season, but I'm not talking about Gotham right now. We're talking about The Walking Dead. So I can honestly say that I cannot see Daryl being the main character for The Walking Dead at all. No, not that I'm saying that Norman Reedus has the acting chops or not. It's just that the character is not developed for that role. Daryl is better suited for a supporting role, and I would rather see somebody else go through the emotions. I mean, who would be the person that you would want to see go through the inner struggles, the inner emotions, the inner turmoil, the struggle of keeping it all together while fighting basically an unwinnable battle? Who would you pick? Some people say Michonne. I mean, if Rick's gone, then, you know, his significant other, Michonne, should step in. And I'm going to say Denai Guerrera. I think that's how you say her name. She's got too many other things going on right now. And with the movies, The Black Panther being a success and Avengers Infinity War being a success, she does not need The Walking Dead anymore. And actually, she's a playwright as well. Her work has made it to Broadway. She is doing well as her own and being her own brand. She doesn't need The Walking Dead anymore. I'm not saying that she doesn't want to be in The Walking Dead. I'm just saying she's successful without The Walking Dead. She can make her own path, doing whatever she wants. But I can actually think of one person that is better pick than Michonne anyways, and that is Carol. Melissa McBride has shown that she has range. She has shown that she is best suited for the show's frontrunner when it comes to characters. Carol is such a deep character when it comes to where she was in the beginning of the series as a character to how she has matured, how she has evolved, whatever you want to use, just the character development, the character development that has gone from weak Carol in the beginning to, oh, Carol could take out an army is just, it's unbelievable. Would she be the one to handle Judith? I mean, she's handled the death of her own child and death of other children, mind you. Would she be the one that takes over Judith? And I know that I've said that Judith is basically the Black Death when it comes to whoever's taking care of her. That character is going to die. I think that Carol can break that curse, mind you. Carol has a huge following when it comes to The Walking Dead. I'm one of those people that are totally in the Carol fan base and would love to see it. She has a strong bond with Daryl as well. She works, the chemistry between Melissa McBride and Norman Reedus is great to begin with. But she's got that strong bond with Daryl, so that keeps him close and in the mix when it comes to plots, subplots, and storytelling. But then again, you can always give the helm to Negan. So do you agree with me or disagree with me? Go ahead, leave a comment down below, and remember, like, share, subscribe, plus hit that bell icon so you get notified the moment I upload, and I will see you in the next